What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the show. My name is Manu, and this is my KI Season 3 mini-series going over our fourth character and one of my personal favorites, Thunder. As you can clearly tell, Thunder has been one of my personal favorites in KI since the very beginning. I always loved the Native American culture, being part Native American myself as well as Mexican, and just having a lot of Indian culture within me. I always loved him, especially as a grappler. Ooh, I love grapplers. But let's get on to the nerfs and buffs, because I know that's what you guys are here for without a fanboy ranting. So let's go on to the first nerf. Ender functions and damage returned to be in line with the rest of the game. Ankle Slicer Ender no longer causes a hard knockdown and deals much less damage, but still gives the same full-size battery bonus. Triple X Ender deals less damage, but more than the Ankle Slicer, and still causes a wall splat. Summon Ender deals less damage, but more than Ankle Slicer and Triple X, and now causes a hard knockdown if you don't juggle after it. Call of Earth Ender no longer causes a hard knockdown and deals a little bit less damage, but is still the damage ender. Shadow Call of Earth, damage increased by 15%, deals 20% damage instead of 23%. Jumping HP damage reduced by 15%. Thunder is no longer allowed to cancel the landing recovery of a whiffed Shamamish into another special or shadow move. Shadow Shamamish reduced by 20%. Light Shamamish no longer allows Shamamish follow-ups. That's basically it for nerfs. Let's move on to buffs. So our first buff is Light Shamamish now has full body invincibility on startup instead of just upper body. Call of Sky has a 10 frame shorter recovery, adds Murder of Crows 1 frame earlier, and can destroy incoming projectiles from frames 14 to 20. Thunder can now cancel a hit or block Skyfall into a Murder of Crows enhanced dash. Fixed a bug preventing the duration of Call of Sky buff from refreshing if you use Call of Sky again while the buff was still on. Juggle properties for some moves adjusted for increased juggle opportunities. Standing light kick causes flip out, and the hitbox has been improved to assist with juggling. New Shamamish follow-ups. Drop kick and surprise knee after Shamamish HK equals Skyfall. The same 2-foot stomp you know and love, but it now has a ground bounce for a juggle opportunity. MK drop kick causes a hard knockdown. LK surprise knee causes flip out. These can carry your trajectory in interesting ways. Experiment. Dropkick and Surprise Knee have a 15 frame landing recovery. They are punishable on block, so use them wisely. So that'll be it for the buffs, guys. Now let's go over them nerfs. So the Ender functions and damage return to be in line with the rest of the game. We already went over that with the Ankle Slicer no longer having a hard knockdown and dealing a lot of damage, because that was a move that had not only one but two ways to actually give Thunder an advantage. It gave him a hard knockdown as well as meter back and dealt a ass ton of damage. With the hard knockdown actually going to the Shamamish Ender, I feel this really brings him a little bit more well-rounded. It puts him pretty much in line with exactly what he should be. The Call of Earth Ender no longer causes a hard knockdown and deals a bit of damage, but is still the damage ender. So the Call of Earth is kind of a big thing to Thunder, and we'll go into that later in the overview. But this basically allows him to not get a hard knockdown because Call of Earth was his grab ender, and this allowed him to basically get vortexes, which we'll go into the overview. Shadow Call of Earth, Jumping HP, and Shadow Shamamish got their damage reduced, and this just goes in line with what it should be, or what Season 3 is doing with the damage tuning pass. Now Thunder is no longer allowed to cancel the landing recovery of a Whiff Shamamish into another special move or shadow move. This is just kind of the same thing as the Jago bug, where it was like, oh, Jago can uppercut, and then guess what, he could do it again before he even hits the floor, kind of like that. So other than that, the only other nerf they gave him was the Light Shamamish no longer allows Shamamish follow-ups, and this actually goes straight into what we're going to be talking about in the buff section. So let's move on to that. So the reason I was saying that this actually makes sense for them to actually nerf Light Shamamish is because Shamamish got a big buff, not only with the hard knockdown, but also with the full body invulnerability on Light Shamamish. This means he has a real DP besides just his Shadow Shamamish, which was kind of predictable. Now, Call of Sky also is a really big buff. Not only is it 10 frames shorter on recovery, it adds Murder of Crows and destroys incoming projectiles. This is something that Thunder has needed since day fucking one. And I am so glad they finally added this into it. Not only that, but they buffed Call of Sky, which is mwah, I love it. Thunder can now cancel a hit or block Skyfall into Murder Crow's enhanced dash. This is kind of the same thing where he would whiff or block a Skyfall and then do a special. Now he could do it into a Murder Crow's enhanced dash for increased mix-up opportunities. Fixed a bug preventing the duration of Call of Sky buff from refreshing. Just a bug. Nothing really too big. It was just basically it wouldn't refresh Call of Sky if you used it again while you still had Call of Sky on. Juggle properties, of course, we already know about that. Standing like it causes flip out, and the hitbox has been improved to assist with juggling. Of course, this increases his mix-ups, and this is another reason that I'll go over in the overview of why I actually like this. And the another thing is the new Shaman Meat follow-ups, Dropkick and Surprise Knee. Now, this, if you haven't seen it, it's kind of ridiculous. I actually really like these buffs. Why? Because it's kind of, if you've ever seen Saberwolf's diving slash, what I mean by that is, technically, Thunder can get over almost anything, especially if he does the hard version into a dropkick. He can literally get over almost any projectile. He goes fucking far, and he goes really high in the sky. This not only allows him to have mobility, a lot of mobility, it gives him the ability to cause a hard knockdown and cause flip outs in the air, which is pretty nice, especially for a character that really, since Season 2 he was very vortexy, is now more of a mix-up monster instead of a vortex character. So that'd be it for the buffs. Now, what do I think of Thunder as a whole character? Now, Thunder, like I said before, is one of my favorite characters. When I saw him, I was like, I'm playing this fucking character. I don't care. I love this character. I'm playing him. And I fucking love this character. I absolutely 100% adored this fucking character. And I still, even today, do. Season 2, for me at least, was a little iffy for me on Thunder, so I was like, I don't really like him this much. But what they've done to Thunder in Season 3 really changes not only the way he plays, it's kind of the way that I've already explained before, where they're bringing back Season 1 by adding stuff. And this is exactly what Thunder needed. On top of that, they took out a lot of his vortexy abilities, and it makes him a better mix-up monster. It makes him more, I guess you could say, reliable. It makes a lot of his mix-ups a little bit more reliable instead of having to worry on gimmicks or vortexes, and I think that's a good thing. I also got to talk to Gutter Magic, who, if you didn't know who that is, he is the best Thunder in the world. I asked, what do you think about Thunder buffs and nerfs? And he goes, well, honestly, I first looked at it the same way I did, and thought to myself, is this bad for Thunder? And the more and more and more and more I looked at it, I saw that no, this is actually better for Thunder. And I 100% completely agree with him. So thank you, Gutter, for talking to me about that. Other than that, guys, I think that's it. If you do like a grappling style character, you will love Thunder. He is 100% complete grappler with all the mix-ups and little things that all other grapplers have. He is a motion character, just to let you know, as most grapplers are. But other than that, guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching this video. Hope to see you in the next video when we talk about Sidira. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that stuff. And the show's over, guys. Thank you for coming in. My name's Manu, and I'm out. Peace.